SixFive is on the road here at Marvell Technology headquarters here in Silicon Valley. And Dan, we are here discussing a major announcement, and that is custom HBM. You know, it's funny, 5 or 6 years ago, there was the debate on, do we even need any custom silicon, right? And now, particularly with the hyperscalers, it's pretty much not all custom silicon, but a lot. And whether it's XPU, whether it's networking, whether it's HSMs, I mean, custom silicon is all the rave. And now we have custom HBM, which is a subsystem inside of XPUs.
Yeah, it's been a really exciting time, Pat, and you gave the histrionics pretty well there. There was a period of time where we thought, hey, can we do everything off the shelf, move really, really quickly? Now we're seeing this sort of transformation going on, and I think, you know, hyperscalers are all seeing the potential to build silicon, whether that's to optimize their own software and their own workloads, and of course they're seeing it as a value add to the customers that are building on their infrastructure. And so behind the scenes, though, there are only a few companies in the world that are really enabling this technology, and of course Marvell being one of them. And now we're seeing Marvell building with the ecosystem to bring more memory, and HBM has been another one of those buzzes, Pat, right alongside the XPU, and here we go.
That's right. So let's dive in here. We have executives from Marvell, SK Hynix, Samsung. Welcome, Indog, Sunny, and Will to the show. Great to have you on.
Great to be here.
Thanks for having us.
All right, Will, I want to start with you. So you heard our little preamble. I think, I imagine all three of you would agree about the enthusiasm and excitement for custom silicon, but also we are seeing this kind of huge spike in demand for HBM. It's been one of the actual ways I've been tracking this AI demand, AI trade is, look, how much demand, how long are we sold out of HBM? And it's certainly been a great indicator, but why go custom? I mean, it seems like, oh, the solution's working, you know? Why is Marvell partnering with SK and Samsung and others to bring this custom solution to market?
Yeah, at a high level, custom HBM, you know, we had a press release today with some of our partners announcing this new breakthrough technology. And to your point, today, all of the AI systems use standard HBM, you know, and there's a standard interface. But effectively, at a high level, that interface is not scaling at the pace and the needs to support the hyperscaler customers. The interface can be improved and customized in a way that enables more silicon to go back to the XPU to enable more features and functions. They can reduce power and ultimately enable more capacity and benefit, more capacity and bandwidth to support all their workloads. And it requires customization from companies like Marvell to go do that, and we're really pleased to be working with our partners to go make that happen.
Yeah, so let's start with Hynix. Sunny, we heard a little bit about what custom HBM is, but what actually gets customized? You know, I'm used to having a a JEDEC controller in there that's kind of the interface. It's kind of a big chip today on HBM, but what is precisely getting customized, and what are the advantages?
When we get started with HBM, we start with IO, number of IO is 1,000. And last year, we are going to have the HBM4. Yeah. It's, I think, 6th generation it is. So we are going to have double number of the IO. It's 2K IO, we call it.
Right.
That is, okay, we extend the burst width to double. We can make double bandwidth with that. But that means, it's, as Will mentioned, it's big burden for our customer, and even controller guys, edge guys like Marvell. So in that perspective, how to minimize the burden of that? That I think the customize, the region of the customization is starting from that point. And also on top of that, in the future, if we look at the HBM development milestone in this industry, okay, JEDEC defines it, HBM, 1st generation to 5th, 6th, and 7th generation. 7th generation becomes HBM4E. And after that, HBM5, it's time to define it. It's time to have the, industrial standard of the HBM5 in our hand, but it's not. Even we haven't get started yet. Yeah. So if you look at long-term milestone or our development roadmap, we need something to fill it out. I would say that is custom HBM. It is.
Right.
Yeah, it's a really exciting transformation. It sounds like there's a lot of work to be done, and Indung, I sense the enthusiasm from all three of you, which is great. I was very excited when I saw the presentation initially about this. Kind of, what do you see? How does this evolve? How quickly does this get adopted? Compared to the HBM that we're familiar with today.
Well, as Will mentioned, at this point, all of the ecosystem or customer are stick to the standard solution. Timeline-wise, developing another product, even combining new level of technology when it comes to packaging and the logic as well as the memory, it'll be another at least 1 year or two moving forward. That's why Samsung, made a head of start in terms of, adopting this custom solution from the HBM4. And then moving forward, the market evolution, of course, the size of the opportunity that we're looking is tremendous. So we strongly believe that the custom HBM will be the majority portion of the market towards like a 27, 28 timeframe. And this kind of a close partnership with our industry partner should be able to help to solve a lot of problems and challenges moving forward, because customization, especially switching from commodity to custom solution is not a trivial thing. There has to be a lot of things need to be taken care of, industry partner collaboration, as well as some of the very core technology development when it comes to, logic, packaging, and the memory. So combined all those together, we believe we have paths to get there. So we're very excited to be part of that kind of a revolutionary path.
Yeah, the rate of change is phenomenal. Sometimes I step back and I wonder how all of this actually works at the end of the day, but it does work, and it does work really great. So, Will, the data center market is split between, let's say, hyperscalers and the enterprise, and then we have the enterprise edge. Curious, what kind of customers does custom HBM start, and what type of devices? And on the device side, right, we have GPUs and we have accelerators, or XPUs, as Marvell calls them.
Yeah, so it's a great question, Patrick. So at Marvell, we're estimating that the market for data center, the TAM, for us, in a few years, 3 or 4 years, is about $75 billion. Right. So that for us is a huge opportunity. It's about, I think last year was 21 billion, and it's going to grow to 75 over the next four years or so. And out of that, we estimate about 43 billion is for custom-based accelerators. These aren't actually GPUs. These are custom solutions that we would provide to the market. And alongside of that, what we see is this attach rate for custom HBM. Right? So as all of our customers are moving to more intensity or higher levels of customization inside their infrastructure, as you mentioned in the outset, this is what's pulling in the need for custom HBM. And fundamentally, it's still solving the same problem. All of our customers see bottlenecks in their solutions because they all need better and better performance over time, but they have a fixed budget in terms typically of power and of space, and we're trying to solve those bottlenecks. So we're doing that with better and better silicon, and in the end, they actually have bottlenecks today on the HBM itself in terms of delivering performance for their AI workloads.
Right.
And custom HBM alleviates many of those bottlenecks in the interface as well as the density, so that they can have higher performing AI solutions, which they clearly are trying to build today. So we're in the forefront of that, and that's what is enabling this really fast and large growing market.
You brought together a few really important themes as well. One of them, and we've been tracking the AI accelerator market, and all the talk right now, not all the talk, because obviously some of the great successes over the last year, whether it's been, the partnership with Amazon that you've made, But the talk, big numbers, the big CapEx has been around the data center GPUs. But we actually have pinned the numbers for XPU to grow faster. And this is a combination of a few things, right? I mean, at least on our side as analysts, we believe that all the hyperscalers are going to want that benefit of vertical integration. They're going to want to control the destiny of their workloads. And of course, they're going to want to make more money on servicing these. And building their own over time is certainly going to show higher ROI. So you hit on that as kind of why this TAM opportunity becomes so significant. And I think that's really an important point to make, because at some point we will see the talk rotate, and it will be more centric to XPU. It'll be more centric to XPU, and then the custom solutions that go with it. So I'd like to kind of tie this all together, Indong, and then maybe Sunny, you can weigh in on this as well. When, and you started to kind of allude to this, but when do we see this hit the market? Is it a year? Is it 2? Are you guys willing to make some prognostications? And I heard you, Sunny, kind of ran through the roadmap a little bit, but from the time this hits the market, does the roadmap accelerate the way we're seeing other sort of generation to generation developments accelerate, or are we going to try to kind of keep the pace and manage the pace going forward?
Well, customization is clearly a need and the direction from the market and our customers. However, as I mentioned, it does need the time to develop, and we're talking about a top-notch technology that combines state-of-the-art packaging, memory, and logic combined together. So timeline-wise, the proliferation of the market size, one of the research firm, projected that the $38 billion market by 2029. So the early adoption will be starting from a year or 2 timeline, and then a ramp up will be followed on through the 27, 28 timeframe. That's how I would say in terms of the growth path of the adoption and the market when it comes to custom HBM. So,
Sunny, does that sort of fit your timeline as well?
Yeah, I 100% agree with Indong about it. As I mentioned, HBM 4E is standard. The approach is finalized. It's kind of consensus of the industry. It is. So considering that, we are going to have standard HBM4, by late 26, and customization will be started from 27. So usually in DRAM industry, if we launch a new product, it takes just 1 or 2 years to be mainstream of the entire, the market. So that means around 29 timeframe, as Indong mentioned, it's gonna be, mainstream product in the HBM market. I'm pretty sure about it. Yeah. Because on top of that, as I mentioned, we don't have DDR, HBM5 definition at the moment. Yeah. So what else could be solution around that time frame? I would say is custom HBM.
Yeah, that's really exciting, Pat. You think about just the last 2 years, how much has happened in this space. Right. We're going out to 2029. That's right. Yeah. I mean, it's going to be incredible to watch everything from model development to agentic AI really hitting utilization, enterprise value, TCOs and measurement. And one thing, by the way, I should have mentioned, I think you guys would all agree, and you kind of alluded to this a little bit, Will, when you were talking, but the power and the challenges. We've heard some things from Marvell, we've heard some things across the industry from all of your firms, but the amount of power that's going to be required to build these out and why custom can solve a lot of those, solve some of those problems, obviously by improving the amount of processing, lowering the amount of power being used, more efficient. These are really important themes when you start, because it's not just about one XPU, it's the stacking of these things. It's hundreds and thousands and tens of thousands. And as that builds out, every little bit of efficiency that can be gained really, really matters. So gentlemen, Indong, Will, Sunny, thank you so much for sitting down with the SixFive here. Really great. Congratulations on the partnership. We look forward to tracking and watching and seeing over the next couple of years how this comes to fruition.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Daniel and Patrick.
Thanks.
And thank all of you so much for tuning into the SixFive. We're here on the road at Marvell Technologies headquarters. We just unveiled a really exciting new partnership the future of AI XPUs is going to be tied so closely to memory, and you heard some very interesting innovation here today. Hit that subscribe button. Join us for all of our content here on the SixFive. We appreciate you being part of our community. We got to go for now. We'll see you all later.